Day 2 of the Storm Bass Australian Open at Glenbawn Dam, and what a first day we had, followed up by a magnificent second day of fishing with nearly the entire field catching their limit of fish. Of course, we've seen now that Peter Phelps took out this event with 11.52 kilos of bass over the 2 days. Check out some of his highlights.
Cut in water, like a good fish. I don't think the weight's there, but there was drop a big one. Is it not a bad one?
You can see in Peter's winning interview that he fished a moving bait early, in this case a chatterbait, followed by a jig later on, and while that sun was low, the action was hot.
There's like one random tree and then ate it right.
Oh yeah, he's nice. Woo! He's actually got some condition at least, which is nice. Nice belly on him. That's what we want.
You can learn a lot by watching an angler fish. Watch how Peter fishes his jig.
Oh. Man, he creamed that. Holy shit. Oh, yeah! Wow! Oh, shit, yeah. That's a kicker. Woo!
New South Welshman Tim Oakley chose the time to shine in ABT events, taking home $4,000 for his second placing. Check this fish out, which has him stitched up in the timber. Steve Muldoon got off to a great start with a 5.59 kilo bag on day 1. Unfortunately, his weight dropped a little on day 2, but still weighed over 5 kilos to take out third place. You'll notice a lot of the guys are fishing close to the timber here in Glenbawn. It's because of the clear water and the fish wanting to sit close to structure. Just like Steve Muldoon, Rob Tilley caught a great bag on day 1, bringing 5.61 kilos to the scales. On the second day, like many anglers, his bag dropped. Still, 5 kilos of bass kept him up in 4th place. It seemed as though on day 2, nearly everyone caught a limit really early, and Glenn Hayter was another one of those anglers getting his 5 fish in the first hour. Tom Slater had a few motor issues at the Australian Open, but that didn't hinder him. He spent his whole tournament fishing in the lower basin in that crystal clear water, and it didn't hurt him at all.
Yes.
Woo-hoo!
Lay down. Just hooked. Hopefully upgrades.
Chris Hickson's normally right at the pointy end of the bass events, but even though he didn't finish right at the top of the field, he still took home a cheque for over $1,000. Again, catching his limit early.
Oh, bass. Yeah, I had to put a few casts in there. Right? He's ugly. Man, he's ugly.
Alright.
Yeah, it's a fish. It's a bag anyway.
Bag, yeah.
Look how skinny it is. Caught a few times too. His face. It's 5.
It was a real pattern, this Australian Open, anglers throwing skirted jigs into heavy structure. The question was then, will the fish come out?
This is never coming out. Yeah. Out you get. Out you get. Get out. Out you get. He was buried. It's another good fish. Right on a shallow laydown. Long and skinny, but another upgrade.
And last but by no means least, the representative of Storm Australia, Tim Morgan, got his jig on the weekend, learning the technique and catching some great fish. Here's one of his first from day 2.
Hey? Little fish on it. Small fish on it.
Whew. We'll take him, but Petey.